Los Angeles Chargers at the Las Vegas Raiders. Division on the line. AFC West first place on the line here between the Chargers and the Raiders. Chargers favored by 3, over-unders 46.5.
Oh, man. Imagine the narratives if the Raiders go 2-0 and are top of the division.
Or if the Chiefs are 0-2.
Yeah.
If they had a 2-game lead over
Same time,
Kansas City. We'll know. We'll know what's on if Kansas City loses on Sunday, whoever wins this has a 2-game lead. And if it's the Chargers, they have the tiebreaker for a minute as well.
True.
So it's significant. Big game here. Chargers coming off their impressive Week 1 win against Kansas City. And the Raiders, they did a nice job against New England. They got their win on the road last week, so they're returning home. Chargers go from Brazil to Vegas to kick off the season.
What's that flight like?
I mean, they went to Los Angeles first. They went home first.
Yeah.
But like L.A. to Vegas?
Well, I mean, even just L.A. to Rio or wherever they were playing.
I don't know.
Doesn't feel like it's fun.
No flights are fun.
I mean, yeah.
They're all terrible.
The longer they are, the less fun they are.
When you're a large professional athlete, none of them are fun.
Yeah.
What are you looking for in this game?
I'm kind of curious what the Chargers' game plan is going to be. They went out there and we said they passed all game against Kansas City. They were aggressive. They put the ball in Justin Herbert's hands, and that's the way they play the game. Does that signal a pivot in how this offense is going to approach? They're going to give Justin Herbert the ball more. They're going to let him operate the offense. Or was that just a one-time game plan against Kansas City where they decided that was the way to go? How is this offense going to look?
I'd say both sides. We've used the word aggressive a ton with both of these teams, right? The Chargers came out passing against the Chiefs, and even in run-the-clock situations, they came out throwing as well. And then you have the Raiders, where I think their game last week against New England was epitomized by aggressiveness. Geno Smith throwing the ball down the field, taking a shot on 4th and 1. So I'm not saying we have shootout potential, but I think the ball's going to be in the hands of the quarterbacks. But yeah, I want to see what Herbert does week 2. I mean, if we're talking about this is the year Herbert puts it all together. He's healthier. He's been a very good quarterback. Doesn't have the win-loss record, but the way the Chargers pass game looked in week 1 against what should be a tough Kansas City defense. The 3 pass catchers looking good with 3 different skill sets, Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnston, and Keenan Allen. I mean, that bodes well. I want to see a little more from Marion Hampton when he's running the ball. I want to see him, lower his pads, finish some plays. If they can get him going in short yardage, or they go to Najee Harris a little bit more in short yardage, we're talking about a Chargers offense that has a chance to be, I'd say, the most well-rounded Chargers offense that they've had with Herbert at quarterback. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. And if they can, keep their foot on the gas and be aggressive. I thought the Raiders did a good job. It was, not completely old school Pete Carroll cover 3 type stuff. I thought they did a really good job staying on top of the deep routes, the vertical routes that New England was running. Forced Drake May into a bunch of check downs and taking the underneath stuff. And so I want to see Herbert show that level of patience. He usually does, but they might have a chance to just, take the short stuff, get down the field, and have some longer drives. Hey guys, real quick, only 40% of our viewers are actually subscribed, so let's change that. Hit that subscribe button, and now let's get back to the action.
Yeah, I'm curious if, the Quentin Johnston thing is for real week 1, or if that's just one of the games he has every now and again where he looks impressive and has a big game, and everyone's like, it's Quentin Johnston season, and then he disappears again. Have they actually unlocked this receiving core of, as you said, 3-4 guys that can make plays? Or are we going to revert back to, it's Ladd McConkey. Sure, Keenan Allen can pick up stuff in zones, but he's not really going to win, one-on-one the way he used to. We saw that last year in Chicago. And suddenly the receiving core looks less impressive than it did in week 1. So just generally how that group actually functions a second week, whether it was real or more of a mirage. But, I'm really most interested in that Chargers offense.
How about the other side? Ashton Genty, 2.5 yards per carry or whatever it was last week, a big chunk of that. At the end, they're trying to run the clock against a New England front that's stacking the box. That won't be the case this time against the Chargers. So if you're going to have Ashton Genty looking like a first-round pick and having the production match, you should have a little bit more of an opportunity against this Chargers team here. I want to see if the Raiders can actually, create some movement up front, because that's been an issue for 2/3 of the last 2 seasons. Last year down the stretch, they were a little bit better, But can they actually give Genty a little bit of room to run up front?
Yeah, I mean, that offensive line looked rough in week one. Can they have a better performance this time? And if they can't, I mean, we might be writing Ashton Genty eulogies before too long just because he doesn't have anywhere to go. Like, the running room isn't there. There was a play in there as well that, again, he got some comps to Trent Richardson, which I think were pretty unfair coming out. But there was a play where he, again, it's blown up. He didn't have anywhere to go. But he makes a hard cut behind the line of scrimmage and then fell over and got tackled for a loss of 2 or whatever. It's like that would not be out of place on a Trent Richardson low light reel. It's exactly the kind of play that he had quite a lot. So
we're
just stacking up data points of concern for Ashton Genty.
Stop it! Stop mentioning Trent Richardson every time we talk about Ashton Genty. Stop.
Look, elite running back, short in stature, makes people miss for fun, and then got to the NFL and it all disappeared. I think Genty's a very different player and much better player, but, he needs an offensive line to get going.
Raiders passing attack also looked good. Jacoby Myers, Dante Thornton had that big play. We'll keep an eye on Brock Bowers.
That's a big
in his injury.
Right. What is Brock Bowers going to play, and is he healthy if he plays?
There's a lot of discussion, the fantasy community, about Michael Mayer taking some snaps, and Mayer had a few catches as well, including a key conversion there down the stretch. I liked Mayer as a player. I mean, I think he's disappointed a little bit, but this is also the time of a career where a tight end in year 3 or 4 can start to get things going. If he's consistent and Bowers is healthy, that is a good group of pass catchers there. They get the run game going, and I think the Raiders look pretty good.
It's good, and it's very diverse as well. It's a very complete skill set that they have in that receiving group. You've got Mayer and Bowers can coexist perfectly, right? You've got the true inline tight end and more of a big slot hybrid move tight end type of player. Jacoby Myers, you've got these players that are slot slash Z type receivers, and then you've got the big X, that can win on the outside and run vertical and then take the top off of defense as well in Dante Thornton Jr. So you have everything you want, with that group. I mean, players that I didn't even mention, guys like Jack Besh, and that is a pretty good group. And then Geno Smith, you've got a quarterback with the aggression to attack the defense wherever the gaps are and feed the ball to any of them. This offense could be good.
Every week I look at the Raiders just from a depth chart perspective in their secondary.
Yeah.
And think it's
pretty rough.
It's going to be rough, but I liked the way they played week 1. I don't know if they're going to carry it into week 2 here, but if keep proving it to me. Normally, the cover 3 system, you're going to be one-on-one on the outside a lot. But again, I thought they did a really good job of just keeping things in front of them the other day and protecting those guys a little bit. So see if they could do it again against the Chargers. I'm torn on this game because I want to lean Raiders, but I keep looking at I really think the Chargers have a chance to have success through the air.
Max Crosby going up against Trey Pipkins is a one-on-one matchup that dramatically favors the Raiders.
And normally we'd be saying against Joe Alt.
Then it's just then it's strength on strength,
which is a high-end matchup. By the way, we did see Tyree Wilson second drive. He went right up against Will Campbell. Tyree Wilson did not. He had a couple plays in there. He had a cleanup sack, but he did not get Will Campbell in the arm length battle last week.
The length off.
Malcolm Kuntz though did. He had a couple really. So Malcolm Kuntz against Joe Alt, pretty good matchup on the other side, and then Max Crosby. Yeah, he has a chance to blow things up against Pipkins here.
I mean, that's the Chargers need to be spending significant time this entire week figuring out how they schemed that up, right? Joe Alt, I think you can just let him go and say, yeah, look, they've got some players over there, Malcolm Kuntz, but we trust Joe Alt to handle that one-on-one.
Yeah.
It's what extra help and resources are we dedicating to Trey Pipkins to ensure that Max Crosby on his own does not destroy this game for us?
Yeah, I would focus on Crosby here. All right, man, 3-point game, Chargers favored. Over under 46.5 from our friends over at FanDuel. Monday night, doubleheader, 10 p.m. What's the coffee strategy here? I usually do an evening coffee.
Really? You were one of these people that can have a coffee late into the night.
I go to bed late anyway. I go to bed a little bit later than you, which probably needs to change with all these 9 a.m. starts. I go to bed a little bit later than you. I don't have a problem falling asleep.
If I have a coffee anywhere late in the evening, unless, by the way, it's for dinner for some reason, but if I have a coffee just randomly late in the day, And then it will be like that night.
Jittery?
It'll be, no, not jittery. It's just like it's 1 a.m. I'm still awake. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Oh, yeah, I had a coffee at like 6.
So I guess I'm desensitized to it. I'll do an after dinner coffee. I might make it a little bit later. Wow. For the 10 p.m. start here on Monday night.
It's craziness.
Where are you going to go with this one?
I'm going with the Chargers.
I want to change to the Chargers.
You want to change to the Chargers?
I took the Raiders. I'm going to go the initial first instinct.
Okay.
I get the Raiders as the home underdogs here. But I'm 6-10 this year, so who knows? Who knows what I'm actually doing? No, I'm changing. I'm going back to the Chargers.
Man, if we need to stack up your 3-year record at this point and see where you are.
It's 1 week, man. Let's not overreact to one.
Just look. It's not like it's priors. Where are your priors? Thanks for watching all the way to the end of the video.
Check the Mic is live every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a thing.
And the all-knowing algorithm is convinced you'll also like these videos. And who are we to argue?